Hi y'all, welcome back to Bam Glam DIY, and today I'll be teaching you something beautiful. Let's make an odor controller or a room spray. It is actually used to boost the ambience of your environment by making it smell delightful, make it smell welcoming, and make your environment to be nice and smelling good. Room sprays are mostly made to be transparent in nature, but if at all you make your own and it's not transparent, you can use an amber bottle or a frosted bottle to package it. Those who are into selling of beddings materials, bed sheets, sells it a lot. You see it even in the supermarket. You can spray it on your couches that has velvet materials. You can spray it on your linens while ironing. You can spray it on your duvets and your beddings and your curtains after cleaning up. And then who can use it? Both churches, offices, schools, restaurants. In fact, a whole lot of institutions can use it. And yes, these are samples of the product of people who make room spray that I saw online. And you can make them according to different fragrance. You can use amber bottles, you can use frosted bottles, and any type of bottles of your choice. So let's get down into the production. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for not going anywhere. So when making your own room spray, you have to bear in mind, okay, what kind of fragrance do you want to produce? You want to produce single note fragrance, or you want to produce a whole mixture of fragrance, or you themselves. I'm making use of lemon and orange tango fragrance. It's being sold in the market. The name is actually lemon and orange. Please, I did not combine lemon and orange together. You can combine the two, but the one I bought is specifically called lemon and orange. Please, that's what I'm making use of. You'll be seeing the weight on the screen. I made use of 19 grams. Then we need an emulsifier. You need something to emulsify the fragrance oil so that it can be able to blend into any other solvent that we want to use. And for that, I'm making use of polysorbate 80. Note, there is polysorbate 20 for lighter oils, and then there is polysorbate 80. Polysorbate 20 may give you a creamy or a cloudy appearance after production, but polysorbate 80 gives you a more transparent production. You see polysorbate 80 in even body sprays. You see it a whole lot of things that has to do with spray production. So I'm making use of polysorbate 80. So you can see the color is amber color in nature. You can buy it from any store around you. It's an emulsifier and also a surfactant. You can use it to blend in your oil and your water mixture together so that there won't be any separation. You don't want, if you finish producing, your fragrance to float on top. You want it to blend into the mixture perfectly, and you need a double dose of it. So you saw the weight, I wrote it on the screen for the polysorbate 80 and for the fragrance oil. Now combine the two together. Bear in mind, you can use other fragrance, happiness, love spell, any other thing, brown orchid. You can make use of any fragrance at all, or you can make use of single notes like cherry, pineapple, lemon, raspberry. You can make use of single note fragrance and then label them according to how you produce them, or you can make use of any fragrance at all. Now we are going in with alcohol, and we are using IPA, isopropyl alcohol. Why do we need it in the formula? We need to maintain some clarity. And then alcohol, we all know, helps to disperse the fragrance into the atmosphere perfectly. That's why your eau de perfume that you buy in the supermarket has an alcohol in it. It helps you when you spray it. It can be able to actually disperse, and the next person can actually perceive the fragrance you sprayed on your body. So the same work it works in your eau de perfume. That is also what it's doing here. You need the alcohol in the recipe to help it disperse into the atmosphere perfectly. Also, IPA, we all know it's also called rubbing alcohol. So it also serves as a preservative even in the production. According to NAFDAC regulation, if a product contains up to 30% alcohol, you don't need to even do any microbial analysis on the products, because microorganisms can't actually live around that 30% and above. So the next on our list is witch hazel alcohol. So if you can't find witch hazel alcohol, please make use of distilled water. Make sure it is distilled water. I don't mean you should take water from your tap and boil, please. I mean distilled water, the one sold in the market. Meanwhile, we're using witch hazel to actually make sure we maintain clarity in this recipe, and also to boost the dispersing ability of this recipe. If you should also browse through the wall of the YouTube for room sprays, you will see it's mostly used. So if you also want to replace it, please go ahead and do it with your distilled water. But in some cases, with some type of fragrance oil, if you use distilled water, you may end up having a cloudy or a creamy consistency. Appearance, not consistency. You may end up having a cloud. Don't be frightened if probably you added water and it becomes cloudy. Please just make use of amber bottles. When I started this video, I showed you some brands out there that use amber bottles. What I mean by amber colored bottles, or those bottles that look as if it's brown color, those are amber bottles. They don't actually use transparent bottles because of this issue of after producing their room spray, they end up having a cloudy appearance. Then also, if you also use frosted bottles, you can actually try to mask that appearance issue. But if you are successful, and then after making yours, following this recipe, you have it very clear and transparent, please feel free to flex in your colors. You can use yellow if you are dealing with lemon. You can use pink color if you are dealing with cherry, red berries. You can use something like a very dark purple if you are dealing with something like blackberries. You can use purple if you are dealing with lavender. You can color them this way, specify them according to colors. You can also use these colors when printing your label so that it can make it to stand out. You can make it to stand out. Then, like I also suggested, any type of bottle can be used. This is a 250 ml bottle, or around 250 ml bottle. So 250 ml bottle, 500 ml bottle is good to go. The normal price of a 500 ml bottle in a normal Nigerian setting market is 7,500 naira per bottle. If you want to sell less, feel free. If you want to sell more, feel free. But if you want to retain those customers out there, if you want to make it and sell out, and you want to retain them, up your doses when you are dealing with fragrance. Work with the best of the fragrance. Buy undiluted fragrance. Those ones that they sell in the local shops, most of them, I'm not just saying all of them, but please, most of them are diluted already. They need to actually make their profits, because the fragrance market is very expensive. If you know you have a trusted dealer, no problem. If you know you're just buying it randomly, and then after making your production, you now start comparing it to the quality of my own, that your own doesn't last. When you spray it, that immediately you spray it 1 second, you can't perceive it again. Please don't compare. Stop the comparison. Just work on the quality of your product. Work on the quality of the chemicals you are sourcing from the market. I am very, very particular whenever I'm dealing with fragrance. I can go as far as buying fragrance from here, from Nasarawa or Abuja down to where I'm staying, or from Lagos, just to make sure I get the original concentrates, and they don't fail me. Some of us are afraid of Webio. When you just call a customer, please, I need fragrance on you, the person will tell you, I'm in Abuja, I'm in Lagos. You just be scared of just Webio. See, it's your product. You want it to be nice. You want it to smell nice. It's your product. You have to invest in your product. If you are not ready to move out from your comfort zone to make sure you have a spectacular outcome after making your product, then what's the need of even producing it? I use a very good fragrance. The little of this lemon orange I use is already smelling. As I was making this production, everybody that was just around the corner could perceive it. And instantly after making this bottle, right where I was making the production, it was even sold. And this bottle is 7,500. And the person is just using it, feeling very beautiful about it. He said, "Oh, Bam Glam, my home has changed. Thank God I met you the day we were actually making this. I love it. Can you please make more for me in other fragrance type that I can be using to exchange? I make use of the best and the best of the qualities whenever I'm dealing with chemical production. Please stop coming to comment section or DMs and start saying, I made your procedure and after making it, it doesn't smell nice. Sister, brother, we do not buy chemicals from the same spots. Find the persons that sell the good ones. Make them your customers and keep buying, irrespective of their location. Try as much as possible to go out of your comfort zone to buy things. You must not buy it 100 naira away from your junction. You can buy it and it can be way built down to you. Feel free to actually move out of your comfort zone to get and stock your chemicals that you need for your production. These are the list of places you can use your room spray. On the couches, rooms, any space at all, as I explained. The restaurant, the churches, the offices can buy it from you. People who are into beddings and linens can also use it. And then you can also use it to iron. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.